All Walt Disney Animation Movie Timeline, 1940 to 2025. Fantasia was released in 1940. Dumbo was released in 1941. Bambi was released in 1942. Saludos Amigos was released in 1943. The Three Caballeros was released in 1945. Make Mine Music was released in 1946. Fun and Fancy Free was released in 1947. Melody Time was released in 1948. The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad was released in 1949. Cinderella was released in 1950. Alice in Wonderland was released in 1951. Peter Pan was released in 1953. Lady and the Tramp was released in 1955. Sleeping Beauty was released in 1959. 101 Dalmatians was released in 1961. The Sword in the Stone was released in 1963. The Jungle Book was released in 1967. The Aristocats was released in 1970. Robin Hood was released in 1973. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh was released in 1977. The Rescuers was released in 1977. The Fox and the Hound was released in 1981. The Black Cauldron was released in 1985. The Great Mouse Detective was released in 1986. Oliver and Company was released in 1988. The Little Mermaid was released in 1989. The Rescuers Down Under was released in 1990. Beauty and the Beast was released in 1991. Aladdin was released in 1992. The Lion King was released in 1994. Pocahontas was released in 1995. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was released in 1996. Hercules was released in 1997. Mulan was released in 1998. Dinosaur was released in 2000. Tarzan was re-eased in 1999. Fantasia 2000 was released in 2000. The Emperor's New Groove was released in 2000. Atlantis, The Lost Empire was released in 2001. Lilo and Stitch was released in 2002. Treasure Planet was released in 2002. Brother Bear was released in 2003. Home on the Range was released in 2004. Chicken Little was released in 2005. Meet the Robinsons was released in 2007. Bolt was released in 2008. The Princess and the Frog was released in 2009. Tangled was released in 2010. Winnie the Pooh was released in 2011. Wreck-It Ralph was released in 2012. Frozen was released in 2013. Big Hero 6 was released in 2014. Zootopia was released in 2016. Moana was released in 2016. Ralph Breaks the Internet was released in 2018. Frozen 2 was released in 2019. Raya and the Last Dragon was released in 2021. Encanto was released in 2021. Strange World was released in 2022. Wish was released in 2023. Moana 2 was released in 2024. Zootopia 2 will release on November 26, 2025. Frozen 3 will release on November 24, 2027.